Okay, with a good half season and a moderately effective movie behind us, it's time to get rolling into Season 2. This will be the first and only complete season. Hi, I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac. At the end of last season, the narrator told us that Batman was going to be facing Catwoman. I'll take all the Julie Newmar I can get. Let's go.
A warm, serene afternoon in Gotham City. The merest hint of a breeze ruffles the leaves of the majestic trees that inhabit the back lawn of stately Wayne Manor. Scarcely the moment for crime to rear its ugly head.
Catwoman has really changed her look, and she's riding the biggest cat I ever saw.
Press on, merry marksmen, we've much to do ere night descends. Hey!
It's nice that Bruce Wayne opens his estate up for LARPers to have a place to play. Except, wait a minute, LARPing wasn't a thing in 1966. What is this? Inside the house, manor.
I've run it up the flagpole back at home base, Mr. Wayne, and I'm not sure we should award the money to the poor denizens of Gotham City.
I know, right? You give money to poor people, and what are they going to do with it? They'll just use it to buy necessities, and what good is it then?
No. As administrative head of public relations, I recommend against it.
You realize, Mr. Dale, that the Foundation had already decided for it.
Certainement. But with this archer criminal traversing our byways.
Archer.
I'm guessing that guy we saw at the beginning is the Archer. This bean counter wonders if the money will be safe from a criminal like him. While Dick practices the piano, we get our answer.
Entirely safe. Gotham City is in no danger from criminals.
It's nice that Aunt Harriet managed to get to a chair instead of falling to the floor, so there's no chance of her dress flying up or something.
Stand back whilst I have at it. The legal tender awaits our liberation.
He's a knockoff of Hawkeye, best I can tell. The Marvel character Hawkeye had been around for a couple of years by this point, and people seemed to like him. He also started out as a criminal and only later reformed and joined the Avengers. I really doubt that this guy's going to reform and join Batman. But other than that, we have some questionable parallels here. Whatever the case, not only does he have his bunch of trick arrows, he knows where the safe in Wayne Manor is. I wonder how he did that. He has his own crowd machine. Don't let certain people find out that such a thing exists.
Thank you, Archer. You kept the wolf from our door.
You're all hard and a yard wide, Big John.
Ah, bless the ground that you cry on, Mr. Tuck.
I'm pretty sure that's roughly the same thing the Wayne Foundation was going to do with it, so what was the point of this? I guess maybe he's trying to endear himself to the poor people so they're on his side when he decides to pull a real caper. And it gives us some insight into the nature of Gotham City when we realize that he and his men are trotting around the city on horses, basically dressed like Robin Hood, and the people don't find this especially peculiar. Then again, they do have a giant bat on the police force, so I suppose for them a horse or two is no big deal. Some cops show up, but the Archer incapacitates them with a sneezing powder arrow. Needless to say, the next thing we see is the bat phone ringing. Bruce and Dick are talking with Chief O'Hara about the robbery when the call comes in.
Yes, Commissioner.
I've just heard from Chief O'Hara that the Archer, that rapacious rapscallion, has returned to taunt the good people of Gotham City.
Yes, and he robbed the home of millionaire Bruce Wayne.
How did you know about that, Batman?
It's my business to know. We'll come right in.
I know because I was there. It's my business to know. To the bat poles. With that, Season 2 is off and running.
Yet you say they distributed all the money to the poor.
Most of it has already been turned in.
Well, once the good people of Gotham City knew it was stolen, they wanted no part of it.
A tribute to their character and moral fiber.
Grouchy McDumbface there says he's going to recommend the Wayne Foundation not give the $10 million, $10 million to the poor because the Archer might steal it again. Now, the last time he stole it, he gave it to the poor, so I'm not sure what the problem is. But this guy had his mind made up that they can't risk it. Gordon gives him a speech about how secure things are in Gotham City.
You can be sure no harm will befall that money.
Stand back, everybody. This could be another one of Archer's tricks.
Ya think? While everybody's blinded, he comes in and gives his speech.
I'll heed this. I'm gonna rob from the rich and give to the poor. How unoriginal. I came to warn thee, all of thee. I don't want anybody interfering with my robbing or giving, understand?
As everyone's vision starts to return, he and his crew make their escape down a rope out the window.
There they go around the corner. Let's see if we can catch them.
Just pull the arrow out of the wall and let it drop before they get to the bottom. That'll take care of them.
He certainly is a spectacular man.
That he is. And the By Wonder is pretty good, too.
I was talking about the Archer. A good publicity campaign, and he'd replace Batman as the public's favorite.
I do not see things ending well for this man.
Understand this, Mr. Dale. Someone might be able to substitute for Batman for a very short time, but no one could ever replace him.
And we have our first fourth wall break of the season. I love it. So far, this episode portends good things.
Hey, who are you?
Really good things.
You must be new in Gotham City.
He's from Philadelphia.
How did you know?
You dipped your diphthong.
Language, Batman! Children watch this show!
People from Philadelphia are known for that.
We're Batman and Robin, the crime fighters. Are you a vocal group?
I beg your pardon?
I thought perhaps you might be a singing duo, you know, the outfits and all that.
No, we're duly deputized officers of the law. You may return to your business, citizen.
I will always wonder how they got people like him to do that.
Holy Houdini, they've disappeared.
They go off and leave the bat rope just hanging there. These guys leave an awful lot of junk around the city. We know they have a retrieval service for the Batmobile's parachutes, but what about all the other stuff? I guess Alfred has to clean that up.
Excuse me, miss. Have you seen 3 men on horseback riding in this neighborhood?
3 men on a horse in downtown Gotham City, Batman? I think you've been working too hard.
Thanks anyway, miss.
Trojan hearse. That doesn't catch Batman's eye. It's good to know some things haven't changed. It also doesn't occur to him that that truck is big enough to carry 3 horses. Naturally, she's the Archer's girlfriend. We still don't know what his ultimate plot is, but he says he needs to find out where the Batcave is. He's heard a rumor that Batman has a machine that can predict any criminal's next move, so naturally he wants to destroy it. Now, if Batman has such a gadget, doesn't the Archer realize that it would tell him that the Archer is going to try and find the Batcave and destroy it so Batman can thwart him? He's not thinking this through. He has his girl call Commissioner Gordon and tell him that the Archer is going to be distributing cash at a certain time and place.
Hey, everybody, come on now!
Batman and Robin show up and the fight scene begins, while What's-Her-Name changes the crowd noise to booing. There are not enough superlatives to describe this show. The dynamic duo round up all 3 guys plus the girl.
A fine bunch of creeps you guys turned out to be, with your fancy talk and everything.
What ingratitude. That's what I get for aligning myself with a kindergarten dropout.
We wrapped that up in a hurry. Now what? There's lots more time to fill. Well, as it turns out, the poor people scraped all their pennies together to bail the Archer out because he's their new hero. He recorded the statement when he got out.
Thank thee, compatriots of Gotham City. Thank thee for thy faith. Let it be now known to one and all, I have forsworn my deeds of the past. Rich people of Gotham City, thee may quake no more in thy boots. Yea, and verily, I shall no longer rob thee.
That's interesting. Then who is he gonna rob?
What was it that Alan A. Dale said about Archer?
No way. No way is it a coincidence that Mr. Bean Counter's name is Alan A. Dale.
The people think he may be another Robin Hood.
Ah, and what was Robin Hood's real name?
I read about that in English class. He was also known as the outlawed Earl of Huntington.
Let's see what the Bat File has to say about that.
Look, there it is. An archery range owned by Earl Huntington.
And Sherwood Avenue is in the Green Forest section of Gotham City. This might be what we're looking for, Robin.
World's greatest detective. Slap him across the face with it and by golly, he'll figure it out. We find out that besides everything else, Alfred is an expert archer himself, so Batman sends him to challenge the archer to a shooting contest to keep him busy while the Cape Crusaders search for the hideout.
Does the heathen stand a chance?
Not a smidgen. Archer will soon puncture his confidence.
You know something? You guys ought to use American titles ought to use when you talk. Like in the foreign pictures.
I do wonder what Archer sees in her. Maybe she's useful for getting rid of all that excess food.
Holy Inquisition. This is about the most frightening chamber of horrors I've ever seen.
Let's just hope that Alfred can keep them busy while we take strategic positions and wait to trap them.
Alfred seems to be doing all right.
We lose more hours that way. Let us continue. First man who misses splitting an arrow is a loser.
Just then, the girl notices a signal that somebody is in the secret hideout. Archer tells her to fix it.
We've been trapped.
Not yet. I'll cut us free with my bat knife.
Then Alfred does a very dumb thing.
Well, thank you so much for a very fine afternoon sport. But I have to be going.
Upon my soul, he does wish to leave.
Doth he indeed?
Yes, I do, yes. I have a pressing engagement elsewhere.
Not by the hair of thy chinny chin chin. I believe thou was sent here to occupy a time while someone scoured our underground hideaway.
That wasn't suspicious at all. Come on, Alfred. All you had to do was miss the next shot by a fraction of an inch. But now they have him and he's in big trouble. What happened to the bat knife? Did he drop it? Now Archer has Batman and Robin strung up from the ceiling and he's going to kill the innocent bystander if they don't tell him where the Batcave is.
Happy landing, old man. Thou hadst a good head on thy shoulders, whilst it lasted.
You didn't even have the decency to take his hat off first, and now it's all smooshed up and bloody.
It was all for the best, Robin.
How can you say that?
Look.
He's all right.
And his hat survived. Batman recognized the trick guillotine immediately, so he knew Alfred was never in any real danger. Archer says, "Oh, all right, cut those two down." They fill a little time talking about the Archer's machine and how he got it. Then Archer challenges Batman to a duel. Batman accepts. I doubt this is what Batman had in mind.
Doth this foul deed spell fee for the Caped Crusaders? Whilst the dynamic duo...
This is my gripe when these shows try to do the oldie Englishy thing. Whilst is second person, as in thou willst. For third person, it should be will Batman. If thou knowest not thine archaic terms, then looketh them uppeth before thou speaketh.
You're stealing my thunder.
Oh, go back to your closet. You're not in this show.
Escape to fight again? The villainous swine who threaten home and hearth? Take heart, citizens. The answer to these and other pointed inquiries tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
We start the season with something a little different, a villain we haven't seen before. Going by the talk at the beginning of the episode, he's only recently appeared on the scene and nobody's sure what to make of him. I like it. As the movie already showed, we can go a long, long way with the established villains we have, but new blood is always a good idea. And speaking of blood, it looks like Batman and Robin are about to donate a whole bunch. How will they ever get out of this one? I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac.